NBC News chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel is in northern Syria. And Richard, you and I spoke quite a bit today after the president's remarks. And frankly, you put it in as stark of terms as anybody did, and he congratulated himself for ending a war he started.
He says that wow, he's getting lots of calls from people saying, what a great outcome. The outcome is not great at all if you live here in northern Syria. This was a peaceful enclave. He describes it like it was blood in the sand. This was one of the safest places in the Middle East, one of the most pro-American pockets in the entire Middle East. The Kurds were running the place. American troops were able to walk around among the Kurds without flak jackets, without danger. They had no issue. Foreign reporters were able to come in here, do our business. We were not harassed at all. It was an island that was safe in the Middle East. Then President Trump allowed the Turks to invade, and now it is being carved up between Russia and the Syrian regime, which has committed atrocities and used chemical weapons against its own people. How is that possibly a good outcome? And the people who live here are running away from their lives because they fear the Syrian regime, the same regime that committed atrocities. They fear the Turks. They fear the Russians. How is that a good outcome? In what world is that a good outcome?
Yeah. You had alerted us to this fact that General Mazloum, who the president had said, was very thankful to the United States, that was the president quoting the general. The general went another step further with the president's counterpart in Russia. What did you learn?
So during our last conversation, last time we spoke, I guess you could say, you were a little bit surprised. You said, oh, that's strange. Why would General Mazloum, the people, the commander here, go out of his way to thank President Trump when everyone in this region is saying that President Trump betrayed the Kurdish people? Why would the general go and say, thank you, Trump, for stopping this Turkish invasion? The Turkish invasion, everyone here believes, would not have happened had President Trump not give it the green light. And the reason is he has no cards to play. He is thanking everyone he possibly can. So he did thank President Trump. They did have a phone call. And then just to the last couple of hours, Russian television shows the same General Mazloum thanking Vladimir Putin. He could be calling you next to thank you. They have no cards left to play. They need friends. They're getting squashed. They're getting divided up. And they are trying to just survive the night so that they may have some sort of future.
This supposed permanent ceasefire, what evidence do you see that, and who's in charge of making sure it's kept? Is this on Turkey and Russia? Is that essentially what the president said today? That, look, as long as they abide by the ceasefire, if not, maybe I'll do some sanctions. Do you have a better understanding of that? What does it look like there?
There are two ceasefires. So there is the Russian playbook. And that's what General Mazloum was saying. OK, we'll play a little bit by the Russian playbook, even though they don't like that. The Russian playbook says that the Turks take half of the Kurdish land. The Syrian regime takes half the Kurdish land. The American playbook is that there will be a safe zone and the Turks will take pretty much all of it. And that's it. So there are these two competing ceasefires, and the Kurds here, the Kurdish leadership, General Mazloum, is trying to play one side off the other, trying to survive, trying to keep some troops here who he's been working with, has a great relationship with, and frankly, nobody knows exactly what the terms of the ceasefire is, where it is, because you're talking about different maps, different countries, different visions of this place, different carve-up plans for the Kurdish enclave. But both plans end up in the same place. Both plans end up with the destruction of what had been a very peaceful Kurdish-run enclave here in northern Syria.
Richard Engel in northern Syria for us. Richard, thank you very much. Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Meet the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.